Right, okay, so hey guys, it's PSL here, and I'm here for a, well, a follow-up to a video I did 2 weeks ago, and you probably saw it because it's arguably the most popular video I put up, or I have put up, for all of 2016 so far. I really cannot thank you guys for the support on last week's video. It was absolutely mega. But then again, I guess the second you put F1 2016 in the title of a video, at around this time, it's going to get more views, I guess. But anyway, I'm not going to get onto that topic. The support from you guys was absolutely mega. You guys wanted me to do a series on this rFactor reverse grid series. Obviously, we saw Bernie Ecclestone's idea. You know, Bernie Ecclestone, he's mentioned the idea of a reverse grid, and I think the last episode proved that a reverse grid could produce an exciting race. Honestly, I think Bernie Ecclestone, you know, I'll support him on his idea. But anyway, yeah, that was a fortnight ago. Very interesting race around Monaco. Not quite as interesting as a real-life Grand Prix, but still a very good race nonetheless. Jolyon Palmer's just left the pits. That has already given away one secret, which I'll talk about in just a second. We'll find someone who's not out on track, Hulkenberg. But anyway, yeah, the support was absolutely mega. But yeah, and lots of people have wanted me to do a series on this, and it feels a bit stupid to start an F1 2016 series this close to when F1 2016 is coming out and in the middle of the season. But I will probably do reverse grid series on rFactor in the future, but I think in the nearer future I'm going to be bringing back a different reverse grid race series. I won't say any more, you just have to wait in a couple of weeks, and well, a few weeks, probably July, and they'll be brought back, so that's something to look forward to. Yeah, and obviously the last race, very interesting. The interesting thing about the last race is that we saw both Saubers take each other out. And that was absolutely mega, because that actually happened in real life. Obviously, slightly different circumstances, but regardless, this video, or more the last video, but in this series, predicted that both Saubers would take each other out. So, I think, basically, long and short of it, this race, we might be watching what's going to happen in the Grand Prix. For me, nearly a week before it happens, for you guys a day before it happens, but anyway, changes this series before, because I've rambled on quite a lot, changes. Last time we saw Jolyon Palmer won the race, and I did have a few people comment saying that, basically, long and short of it, the AI difficulty, Hulkenberg, why are you leaving the pits? I think everyone's out on track, actually. Okay, Massa isn't. But yeah, the AI difficulty was on 100%, which logically meant that Jolyon Palmer, so my AI driver, should be just as quick as all the other AI, but apparently at 100% it's OP, which makes no logical sense whatsoever. But I have changed that because I am in the safety car. And why am I in the safety car? I'm not getting the safety car involved in the race. That would be stupid. It would kind of defeat the point of the race, really. But this is a suggestion from Speeding Viper. I'll leave a link down in the description to his channel, because he has done videos, these sort of videos, so he knows how to set up this sort of video, and he gave me this tip. If I am another car, and then I just give them 1 litre of fuel, I can have them as my AI car, and then they'll just retire right at the start of the race, and then everyone else will be on a level playing field. We won't see Jolyon Palmer being OP, and then winning like we saw at the last race, even though logically he shouldn't have been OP, but apparently he was. Honestly, it made no sense, but lots of people said he was OP, because that's, I don't know, there's no logic to it, but there's no logic to rFactor at all. Anyway, we'll skip end of practice. Apparently Carlos Sainz was the quickest there. Okay, I don't really know what happened. Let's just not look at those practice results. We'll head on to the race now. As you can see, it's the reverse championship standings, obviously slightly updated post the Monaco Grand Prix, so Lewis Hamilton is now in second to last. Yeah, so slightly updated post the Monaco Grand Prix. Safety car starting at the back, so we've got 3 Mercedes at the back. And yeah, let's just head on to the race. So our AI control for the safety car, he'll be retiring within the first sector, because obviously he's only got 1 litre of fuel, but the 5 lights are off, and away we go. Rio Haryanto has got off to a decent start, but so has Felipe Nasr. But Nasr's got the outside line. Haryanto, can he hold it? Well, no, because Nasr's got the inside line for the second part of this corner, and as Nasr gets a good drive out of the corner, which I think Haryanto's actually beaten him for drive at the end of the corner. Yes, and Haryanto is still leading the Canadian Grand Prix. We got Nazar right up behind, and Nazar, I think he's going to make the move. They're side by side, and Nazar has gone straight past. He's already miles ahead of Haryanto. And then we got Ericsson trying to get past Verline there. So we got another Sauber-Manor battle. One thing I should say I forgot to mention is in this race, the AI aggression is at 100%. So we should see lots of overtakes, lots of track battles. But I mean, you know, this is rFactor, so quite frankly, anything could happen, including Jolyon Palmer trying to get past Verline, already down into the tight hairpin. Is he going to outbrake Verline, or Verline kind of closed the door there? Is he going to do it? Or there's a bit of argy-bargy going into that corner. I don't think there's any damage, but Jolyon Palmer is up into 4th place. And people commented saying he was overpowered in the Monaco episode. I think Jolyon Palmer is just underrated. Right, I think we've had a position change. It's in the battle for 9th place, but I believe Sainz was ahead of Hulkenberg. Well, regardless, now Hulkenberg is ahead of Sainz. So that's a change from 9th place. I noticed last time I looked, the top 3, yeah, they're closing up. Nazar really, I don't know, Nazar just has not... He pulled away, and now he's just slowly losing time, but Ericsson's on the back. Palmer is very slowly catching up to this train. Is Ericsson going to get past going into this hairpin? No, but if he can get a good run out of the corner, which, well, no, he's miles behind Haryanto. Hang on, what's this? Jolyon Palmer. Is Jolyon Palmer going to get past Marcus Ericsson? Well, I don't know. I mean, Jolyon Palmer's got the Renault engine, Ericsson with his Ferrari engine, but it's meant absolutely nothing. Jolyon Palmer's just ever so slightly ahead. He's got the inside line now. I mean, can he carry the speed into the chicane? Yes, he has, actually. Although he's gone up on the curbs, he's slid, and Jolyon Palmer's lost a couple of places there. He's gone back behind Verline, so Jolyon Palmer, that move, that really didn't stick there. But at least he's actually doing something, because in all honesty, there hasn't really been much movement, apart from Hulkenberg and Sainz. In the top 10, well, kind of really, there hasn't really been much movement at all, in all honesty. I mean, the AI aggression's on 100%. Also, one other change which was suggested from the last episode, I can't remember who suggested it, but someone said that I should add AI mistakes into the talent files. Now, I couldn't find an AI mistakes line or anything, but I did find AI composure, which I believe, having done a bit of research, is the same as AI mistakes. Now, AI composure, it was at 96, I think, out of 100. It was at 96, I lowered it to 80, so there's a greater chance of AI mistakes, but obviously I haven't put it so low that they're going to be making a mistake every corner, because that's just unrealistic. But I've lowered the composure, so we should see a greater chance of there being AI mistakes. Hang on, what's this? I think Kevin Magnussen is going to try and get past his teammate. Yeah, Kevin Magnussen's just got past Jolyon. I don't know what's happened to Jolyon Palmer. He's kind of moved backwards when I haven't been looking. The reason is because I was looking at this top 4 battle with both Manners teaming up to shunt Marcus Ericsson out of the way, and that means Verline is up into 3rd place. I mean, how can I not look at the top 4? This is such an amazing battle. How often do you see 2 Saubers at the front? I mean, that hasn't happened in years, and both Manners, they've never been at the front. This is dizzying heights for the Manor team. Whoa, Kevin Magnussen has gone. There's the AI composure coming into effect, and Kevin Magnussen, he's just kept it out of the wall amazingly, but he spun there, and that's lost him several places, and he's still inside the top 9. I thought Hulkenberg was going to get past, not quite, but that's the AI composure coming into effect. I wondered whether we were going to see anything. I'll tell you what we have seen. A McLaren get past a Sauber. That is fantastic. Look how close the top 5 is. This is mega. Don't tell me they're going to go through the final chicane. And they've gone through the final chicane. No incidents. This is absolutely mega. So we've still got... Hang on, Haryanto's leading. When on earth did Haryanto take the lead? And Button's caught up to the Manners and Saubers, and he's just making them look like amateurs at this point. I just realised that's quite a topical joke, actually. Amateurs, Fernando Alonso, Team Radio. Right, so here we are. So I was too busy looking at Kevin Magnussen while Haryanto was taking the lead from Felipe Nasr. Let's have a look at this. I think, again, both men are teaming up. I actually think that Verline slightly tapped Haryanto past Nasr there. But either way, it works, and Haryanto's leading. This is the stuff of dreams. Right, look at this. Coming to start the halfway mark of the race, and look at this, Haryanto and Nasr side by side, and look, that's the top 11 are all within sight right now. Look, that's Grosjean at the back, but still. Anyway, while I've been talking, Button has got past Haryanto, and so has Nasr, so I reckon Button could somehow win this race if he doesn't slide into the wall there. He's just kept it out. So a recap, it's Nasr, Button, Haryanto, Verline, Ericsson, there's Palmer, Sainz, he's been a good mover this race, he's up into 7th, Gutierrez, Magnussen, Hulkenberg and Grosjean, so the top 11 really close, and everyone else is being held up by, actually I was going to say everyone else is being held up by Alonso, not really to be honest. If anything, it seems like the big teams just cannot overtake. I mean, hang on, who's at the back? Rosberg, oh, we're coming into the pit stop times, Rosberg's coming into the pits, is anyone else? No one else at the front seems to be coming into the pits, but Jenson Button has got into the lead of the race. Fantastic stuff from Jenson Button. So it's Button, Nasr, Haryanto. Is anyone at the front coming into the pits? I don't think so, but Jolyon Palmer, is he going to make a move on the on Marcus Ericsson? Yes, he is. Is he going to? He's not going to slide into the wall this time, is he? Oh, he's made the same mistake that again, but he only lost one place this time, but still. You know, regardless, is Haryanto going to get past? No, but he's just called to go into the pits, and obviously it's the same as the last race. The leader of each team in the Drivers' Championship comes into the pits first. And for some reason, Rosberg's come into the pits one lap earlier than everyone else. I didn't tell him to, but he is. I mean, that's just his own decision, so fair enough, that could work for Rosberg. He'll get out of the traffic, and we'll have to see if he becomes a big mover or shaker out of this. Right, so we're seeing some cars come into the pits. Button, from the lead of the race, is coming into the pits. There he is. So is Nasr. So which one of the man is it? Why is Haryanto coming in first? Okay, that shouldn't be the case, but I mean, Rosberg's disobeyed my plan as well. The worrying thing for Verline is he's running low on fuel, and so is Ericsson. I really hope those guys don't run out of fuel, because that's kind of really going to ruin their race. Well, I mean, to be fair, there shouldn't be any refueling in this mod anyway. Okay, hang on. Okay, we'll just hope that this issue sorts itself out because it's kind of affected half of the field. Button's come out of the pits in 11th. And where's Rosberg? Where is Rosberg in all of this? Where actually is he? Okay, Rosberg has jumped Haryanto. Okay, Rosberg could actually be in contention for maybe a podium spot if he's jumped Haryanto. Right, so here comes everyone else into the pits. Verline running low on fuel. He's coming to the pits, even though obviously this is the F1 2016 mod, so there shouldn't be any refueling, but apparently there is all of a sudden. I don't really care. I mean, I'll take it or leave it, really. Verline is really being held up in his box because everyone's coming to the pits. I mean, Verline, I think, wanted to go a long time ago, and he's... Oh, Verline has been absolutely screwed over in that pit stop period there. Wow, that is really unfortunate. Rosberg, as I said, he's in contention for a podium. I mean, apparently he decided to come in a lap earlier than everyone else. I don't know why, because I didn't tell him to, but... I mean, either way, it's worked out wonders for Rosberg. It would be great if the AI could form their own strategy, but they can't and they shouldn't, apart from the fact that Rosberg just did. But either way, regardless, once the pit stops are shaken out, it's Button, Nasr, Rosberg, who was in last, so that just shows how powerful the undercut is, Haryanto, Gutierrez, Sainz, Grosjean, they've been big makers in this in the pit stop period, Verline, who was absolutely screwed over in that pit stop period massively, Palmer, Hulkenberg. Where's the Ferraris in that? Okay, Raikkonen's 13th, Verstappen is 15th. Don't tell me Hamilton's now in last. He is. Hamilton's in last. I mean, Rosberg, I can guarantee 100% I did not tell Rosberg to come in a lap early. I didn't put that in the strategy, but apparently it did. I mean, I did a test race of this, and in that test race, Raikkonen and Perez came in a lap early, but this time it's Rosberg. I don't know why one or two of the AI decide of their own volition to come in early, but it's done wonders for Rosberg as he's in third. No way am I seeing this. No way are we going to get a battle for the lead once again involving Felipe Nasr. And Nasr, well, I mean, that is the downside of the Honda engine, the amateur Honda engine. It has been completely wiped by a Ferrari engine in the Sauber. But I mean, Button, we've seen he's got genuine pace this race. I mean, if he can stick in the slipstream of Nasr, I don't see why Button can get back past. I think it will just be a leapfrog situation. Well, I don't know, Button's losing a bit of time now. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. And Rosberg is catching up to these guys, but honestly, very slowly. I mean, he's catching up maybe like 0.3 a lap is really such a small amount. I reckon that's probably why we haven't seen the Mercedes, the Ferraris, the Red Bulls charge their way through the field, because in this mod, or maybe it's just something with rFactor, but there isn't that big of a performance difference between the front runners and the back markers. That's what I'm learning from this situation. Coming up to start the last lap of the race, Felipe Nasr is still in the lead, Jenson Button second, Nico Rosberg. Now here's some news. Rosberg is catching up ever so slowly to Button and Nasr. This is some interesting news. Nico Rosberg in clean air in the Mercedes is struggling to pull away from Haryanto in the manor. I mean, he's doing it, but at the rate of about maybe 0.2 a lap is nothing. And Haryanto has got Gutierrez, Sainz, Grosjean, his teammate, all to deal with, you know, in his I was going to say in his rear view mirror, but there's no rear view mirror in a Formula 1 car. But you know, in his mirrors. We've still got Nasr in the lead. We've still got Hamilton at the back. So really, I mean, I would kind of say that Rosberg shouldn't really. I mean, Rosberg should still be at the back because that's kind of where he was. But it's saying, look, he came in a lap early. I didn't tell him to come in a lap early, but he did. I mean, I think this is kind of the flaw of this series. People want me to do a series, this F1 2016 Reverse Grid Race series. Apart from the timing and everything, which is an issue, it's just always dominated by big teams. This is another time we've got a McLaren in second, another time we got Sauer's right up the front, another time Manners are up at the front. But anyway, regardless, I mean, Felipe Nasr, and he's had to work for it, he has, but he's won the 2016 Reverse Grid Canadian Grand Prix. Jenson Button in second, Nico Rosberg third. Then we got Haryanto, Gutierrez, Sainz, he's moved up a few places this race, he's in sixth. Then you got Grosjean, Verline, I really do feel sorry for him during that pit stop period, wow. Palmer 9th, Hulkenberg 10th, then it's Alonso, Ericsson, Raikkonen still in 13th, Verstappen only moved up one place, and that was past Toro Rosso, so, you know, it's kind of negligible, really, how legitimate of an overtake it was. And okay, Massa got a bit sideways then, and right at the back, Hamilton. So yeah, this is why I'm not all that keen on doing a Reverse Grid Race series on this mod on rFactor, because I don't know. I mean, it just feels like there's not a lot of overtakes, and AI aggression was at the max. And the only reason Rosberg's up at the front is because of a pit stop strategy, which I didn't tell him to do. But even then, he was struggling to pull away from the manor and keep up and, you know, catch up with the McLaren and Sauber. So, you know, I mean, obviously it's rFactor, it's not going to be perfect, but, you know, that's just my argument as to why, part of the reason why I'm not going to do this series, right now at least. Right, so anyway guys, that was quite an interesting race nonetheless, but as I say, I mean, I think this race was quite interesting. I think the last race, a couple of weeks ago, I think that was alright, but I just feel if you span this out for 20, 21 episodes, it's just going to be the same thing. It will just be either Sauber, McLaren, or Manor up at the front, because really, I mean, that's kind of who dominates this series on rFactor, really, is the slower teams, unless we get some bold pit stop strategies, which shouldn't even have happened anyway. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I may well do another one of these one-off reverse grid race videos later on in the 2016 season, maybe. I don't know, but I'm not going to make a series out of it anyway. Yeah, and that's that. I mean, there's the full race results. 18 seconds separated the back of the field to the front. So, I mean, if we want some close, action-packed racing, I mean, Bernie Ecclestone, as slightly insane as he is, you know, we should give his idea a go, maybe. Obviously, in reality, it's never going to happen. But hey, I mean, it's an idea. Bernie suggested it, and I think it's not a half-bad idea. Also, thanks to Speeding Viper for the safety car thing, which I think, you know, it stopped anyone accusing Palmer of being OP. I mean, Palmer was amazing at the start of the race, and then, I mean, what happened to him, really? But, well, I think he was slightly screwed over in the pits as well, much like Verline, but, I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and I'll see you guys next time for whatever video comes out next, but we will see a return of an old reverse grid race series in the coming weeks, maybe start of July, so, you know, I'll just leave that there, but obviously I'm not going to stop reverse grid race series as a whole, but on rFactor, yeah, I mean, I think I probably will. I'll just leave you with this passing thought. In the Monaco video, both Saubers took each other out, and then that happened in real life. So, what on earth from this slightly mad race could happen in real life?